Coverage you can count on continues with all you need to know.
And you are looking at a picture of the White House hopefully here soon. That's where right now a bill to prevent, there's the live picture of the White House. That is where things could happen today to prevent the government shutdown. The president's signature is awaited on a document to do just that. The House and Senate passed a spending bill. It includes a fraction of the funding President Trump had requested for a wall along the Mexican border. The White House says Mr. Trump will sign the budget bill into law and then declare a national emergency. That would allow federal money to be redirected towards building a border wall. Stay with us for News 10 and the latest developments from the White House. Also CBS This Morning. CBS's Nancy Cordes is following the story, and we'll have much more at the top of the hour coming up on CBS This Morning. The Illinois House of Representatives has passed a bill raising the state's minimum wage to $15 an hour. This is a story that we told you about earlier this week. News 10's Abby Kirk is live in Marshall, Illinois this morning with how some residents could be in for a pay raise.
Senate Bill 1 passed yesterday with no amendments. The debate lasted about 2 hours. Now, currently in Illinois, the minimum wage is $8.25 an hour, and the bill would raise it by $1.75 next year. It would continue to increase by $1 until the year 2025. Now, supporters said state residents need the raise in order to survive. Opponents said it would make a mess of the state's finances. The bill goes to the desk of the governor for signature, and he does indicate that he will sign the legislation. This story will continue to follow for you, but for now, live in Marshall, Illinois, I'm Abby Kirk, News 10.
Again today, Terre Haute police detectives will be combing through electronic equipment from a home in Terre Haute. Detectives say the IP address from that home is where a social media threat originated against Terre Haute South Vigo High School. Officers found 3 adults and 3 juveniles living there, and we're still working to find out if any of the juveniles go to South. In a press conference yesterday, Police Chief Sean Keene told reporters officers checked the home for firearms. They did not find any. They did confiscate all electronic equipment inside to see if they could narrow down who is responsible for the threat. Police say that process will take some time. We should note there are no suspects at this time. The family we mentioned is only being questioned at this time. School will not be in session today or Monday. These are 2 days that were scheduled as off days here in Vigo County. Meanwhile, in just a few hours, crews will be back out searching for a man who jumped into the Wabash River. News 10 learned a man went to police about this situation Wednesday night. He believes his son is the person who jumped into the river. The father gave police information regarding the man. He said his son's jacket was found on the riverbank and had his initials inside. Crews are searching the bottom of the river for the body with sonar technology. The Clay Community School Corporation will begin taking bids next month for new synthetic turf for the Northview High School football field. That was announced at last night's board meeting. The controversial project comes with a price tag of around $1 million. School leaders previously voted to use rainy day funds to pay for that project.
Now here's your Storm Team 10 out the door fastcast. We are off to a start this morning where it feels like it's 13 in Terre Haute, 4 in Mattoon, and cold in most everywhere else, other place. It's cold where you live. Wear your coat this morning. 32 today, partly sunny and colder. Some afternoon snow possible, some of that sticking around to tonight. And if you live in the southern part of the viewing area, places like Flora, Olney, Lawrenceville, Vincennes, Washington, and Lagodi, you've got a chance to see some minor accumulations today. By tomorrow, though, if it accumulates, we'll be above freezing. Mainly sunny, temps about normal. That'll get rid of it. And then we'll have to start talking about another event moving in Saturday night into the morning on Sunday. And I'll talk more about that in just a moment. But first, your morning weather buzz. Wind energy fuels about this much of the United States energy need, about 10%, 20%, 30%.
I'm going to go 10%.
Oh, John, that's a great guess on this Friday.
Yes.
And that information is not from Storm Team 10. We just don't make these things up. U.S. Energy Information Administration put that data out. And the majority of wind farms in the United States,
Central Plains.
Texas.
Texas, I was close.
39 on Saturday, 38 on Sunday, 37 on Monday. Some snow possible again into the night Saturday on Sunday morning.
I think we got one wind farm just north of us here on 63. All right, Eric, thank you very much. And thank you for joining us for News 10 this morning. Have a great weekend.